Happy Aloha Friday, everyone, and welcome to another episode of My Tais at Sunset. Be sure to grab your favorite drink, and here we go with some new adventures.
Aloha, I'm Mai. Happy Aloha Friday. Happy weekend. I set the intention that we are going to share a lot of laughs and have a lot of fun and a lot of positivity and healing. I love healing. The world needs healing. Everybody needs healing. Let's all be healthy and happy as much as we can because life is too short. You look stumped. I freaked you out.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that really like deep, intense opening. But no, you're right. The world needs healing. I actually did a 6-month kind of prediction, like I did last time, with a really great individual. They go under the Artistic Psychic at Etsy, and right now they're having a sale for their 6-month prediction. They use a lot of different decks of tarot. They use crystals. They use everything under the sun, and everything that they say was accurate in my last one. And so I got a new one, and it's all super positive. Apparently my aura color has changed from rose, like a rose pink, to now a yellow, which I take in great stride because I love the fact that it was about brightness, happiness, joy, and I hope that's what our podcast does for other people who listen in. But it just was like a next stepping stone. Like the colors almost like shifted, right? Rose, pink, and yellow, very warm, touching colors. Like I think of yellow. When I think of yellow, I think of the sun, warming me up from the inside out. It's been really nice since the big storm we had 2 days ago in Texas. And I've just been soaking up the sun. Like I think you can even see like I'm getting like my sunglass tan line again.
A little tan.
Yeah.
Well, that'll help your vitamin D deficiency. Everybody should go and soak up some sun when they can.
Yeah, I think we talked about that. For the first time in my life, I was actually vitamin D deficient, and it was like really, really low. And I was like, I've never been vitamin D deficient in my entire life. And then suddenly it happened.
Yeah, I have a hard time thinking of Texas as being someplace so wintry that you would have a vitamin D deficiency. I think of places that are cold all the time, or they're further up, north or way down south that you might not get as much sunlight as opposed to like anywhere in the middle of the planet.
I think also the weather hasn't been great. It's been cold and cloudy. So we're not getting as much like sunshine and happiness. And I think that explained to like a lot of what I was feeling. Even in my 6-month prediction, it was like you were feeling a little down. But now that you've like had a little bit more of awareness, kind of a wake up call that you need something in your life, I've been focused on that. So I had a little bit of a cholesterol scare that we talked about, and I've avoided red meat as much as possible. So normally I'm a very much like red meat all the time, cheese, let's do it, all these bad things for you. And then suddenly now I'm like chicken, fish. I went to Costco and I heard that you did too, so you have a lot to share about that. But just went to Costco and bought like frozen fillets of cod and some other fish, and then chicken breasts and all that stuff, because I'm really just trying to do better. Yes, I still have the things that I love, but in moderation. So I'm going to see how that does for the next like few months, and then when I get my blood tested again, we'll see how much I've improved, because it should be some improvement, right? Like from eating red meat almost every day to now eating it maybe once a week.
Yeah.
Pretty big deal.
So I should ask you this, since you just bought fish at Costco. At our Costco, we have cod, we have mahi-mahi, and we have tilapia. There's a few others. I think we have ono.
Is it frozen?
Frozen fillets. Yeah.
Okay.
And so you must have the same fishes or different fish? I mean,
I think we have the same.
Too.
We don't have like ono. We've got salmon, tilapia, mahi-mahi, cod, and like Chilean sea bass. So that might be our ono compared to you. Like, I don't know if you have Chilean sea bass, but the prices were actually pretty decent. They haven't gone up in price, so that was kind of a nice thing. I almost bought myself an inflatable swimming pool today, but I think I'm going to get one next week since the weather's going to be nice. I figured if I get like, a really nice pool out here, I mean, it's not like one of those above ground pools, but if I get like a little one to just sit in, I think I would find it very relaxing.
Yeah. I bet your dogs would jump in there with you.
I really don't want them to. They are terrible. Like,
especially Sky.
Sky's been really great. Scout and Sarge are just like nightmares. Nightmares. I think I'm going to tear my ACL because they keep plowing me over out there, and I have lots of video of them that I'm more than willing to share, but they are wild, wild animals. And they're like trains coming into you. I get so upset with them. I get so upset. But yeah, when I'm out there screaming at the dogs, like all
Yeah.
the cows come from the neighbors. And then I try to like walk over to the other neighbors. They're actually selling. So not the 4 cows that I took video of, but the one with the horse and everything, and the one that Churro escaped to that has the girl donkeys. They're actually
Yeah.
selling their land. And
Oh.
my brother actually told me recently like how much they're selling it for, and it is like $200,000 over what he paid for this land. So
Is it
land
smaller
prices
or
are going
bigger?
up.
Same
It's
size?
actually smaller,
It's smaller, so price per square footage has
but
definitely gone up. Yeah.
he's leaving both horses and some cows and all the donkeys. And I'm like, so on Sunday I'm going to try to lure Churro back over.
Uh-huh.
So hopefully I can get him to come back, because it would be nice. I was like, maybe if they sell it, I'll just pop the fence and bring all the animals over.
I know.
You know
Oh
what
my God.
wanders.
That horse, you sent me video. So pretty. I can't believe they're going to leave him. Him?
They're going to leave both of them. There's 2 of them there, and they're both about the same color. I don't know how much they would sell them for, but I'm kind of like curious if they would let them just come over and graze.
Wander over. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
guess it would help.
what kind of care do they require?
Well, the funny thing is, looking at these horses, I don't think that he spends any money on any kind of feed or has a vet come check him out or anything like that. I don't think there's any special grains, and there's all kinds of mixes that people feed their horses. I watch a lot of YouTube videos on horse care and what they feed them and everything. They get hay and grass, and that's it. And I'm like, that's not enough.
No,
It's not enough. They're
I
all
think
skin
they
and
need
bones.
other
So,
nutrients. Every living
yep.
creature needs other nutrients, and you have to get it from somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they are definitely like a lot skinnier than they should be. And like even Churro before he left, he was very filled out, very chunky.
Mm-hmm.
Now I look at him, he's like a pale gray color. He has no rich color in his coat. And so, I mean, my brother and I are going to really try to get him back over because I feel bad, It's almost like
Yeah.
he's being mistreated, just like the other animals over there. So, hopefully I can get him to come back. So, that's the
Yeah.
wish. Hopefully send some positive vibes everybody out there, that I get my Churro back and then we can have more adventures with Churro. I was
Yeah.
thinking about,
And
actually, if he comes back, I'm going to strap a GoPro to him or Sky and just let that video run and post that up and see what that looks like.
Churro would be
It'd be
interesting
kind of
because I'd
cool.
like to know where he goes.
And who
back
he
in
talks to
your
and what he does.
well, you don't want to see him with the lady donkeys. We don't know what they're doing.
No, that would be weird. I feel like that would be maybe a little
If we-
over the top, I think.
It's not that kind of show.
But
Not
no,
that kind of show.
yeah, not that kind of show. That's like an OnlyFans or Only Animals sort of show, and we're not doing that. But I sent you another video today of the dogs like right out my window of my office at home. And you see they're so confused. They're like, "What are you doing through the window? Like, come out and play with
You're
us."
supposed to be
But
outside.
they're wild. Yeah, no. I like
I think
scream for my life when I go outside.
I think if you get this swimming pool, they're gonna pop it. I think you need to figure out a way to like put like wood sheets of plywood to like block it in so they can't like jump into your pool and pop it.
I actually think if I do get that, they will not be coming out. In order to have the maximum amount of peace. It's pretty funny. But Costco, we saw some really awesome looking kites, a big ass pool. So I'm going to go pick one up next week. And yeah, I'm going to be sitting in it. That's the plan. I almost thought about getting like those old school circular kiddie pools and being like, I am the only one sitting in this,
You might consider I know you can get them in Texas, is those big metal, I want to say it's a bucket, but
Yeah.
it's not a bucket. It's a trough or something.
No, it's a trough. Yeah, we have one that we bathe the dogs in. But I was really thinking about it and I was like, I don't know if I should do this because it's hard to empty.
Oh yeah, because you'd have to bail it like a boat.
Yeah, I would have to, and that's a lot of work. A lot of
It's a
work.
good
Unless it has a
workout,
plug
though.
on the side. You can get them from Tractor Supply. Like, I don't even think they're that expensive, but
But the dogs could
my
handle
sister-in-law
it.
was,
It wouldn't
they
pop it.
could, but they wouldn't be able to fit in it because I'm going to be in it and that's it.
But that's all you need. But it would be a lot sturdier than like an inflatable pool.
Well, my sister-in-law was telling me that the dogs are about to lose their bathtub because they're about to buy some more baby chickens. Because right now we have 6 chickens and a rooster and they are laying eggs. One of them is actually nesting right now on top of 4 eggs. So we're going to have baby chicks. And we're going to get more chicks from Tractor Supply. So there'll be tons of chickens everywhere. Tons.
You're gonna have a lot of chicken poop everywhere. But maybe that'll help with you probably need to fertilize your land so you can grow some stuff.
Yep. Actually, I bought just yesterday from Tractor Supply each bag has it. So 150,000 seeds of wildflower seeds. And
Wow.
after this, I'm going to go run and dump it everywhere around the land and just grow wildflowers all summer long.
That'd be fun. It'll
Yeah.
attract a whole lot of honeybees. Maybe you can do honey
And butterflies.
and butterflies. Oh, that would be fun. At least until
Yeah.
you can like plant like in the ground. Because when I saw your land pictures, I didn't see it as like agricultural land. Like the dirt
No.
needs some nutrients and some soil.
We need to, yeah, you got to till the land here, like for sure. Across from us, they have like so much acreage and it's all farming land.
Mhm.
And there was a lot of, they're tilling the land and there's lots of dirt and everything. So, I mean, the land has potential, but right now we want it mostly for grazing and like raising animals. Sorry, my eyes are so itchy because my allergies have been off the chain here. So much pollen and dirt in the air. I'm like, ugh.
Are you going to be okay with a whole field, like acres of wildflowers?
I hope so. I don't know. I thought it would be pretty to have this and to have like wildflowers, but yeah, maybe not. I don't know. My partner actually got me some flowers, and they're wildflowers, and I'm looking at them right now, and I'm like, thank you so much for being so beautiful, but no, thank you for all the pollen that you're releasing into my room. I'm just kidding.
But you have all those air purifiers. They must be doing a lot of work right now.
I have an air purifier. Yeah, they are. Really. I mean, I am thankful for my air purifiers because I need them in this house.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're itchy. My eyes are itchy. Anyway, so
all right, let's talk about Costco. I have some cool, fun things, and I bet you have the exact same things. This is my new addiction. They are Kirkland brand milk chocolate almonds.
Oh my God, I just walked by those and they were right next to the peanut M&Ms today and I almost picked up a thing. But I can't eat them. Once I start, I can't stop.
They are so good. Well, we have a trick about that is I'll transfer, because I have to put things in the refrigerator. So I transfer them to smaller containers and it's and I put it in the little mini fridge that's outside. So if you want some, you have to walk all the way out there. But then you can't leave it out because then they're cold. Once they become cold, they lose that. They can't sit outside because they'll just melt and become gross.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
that's smart. But
you can't eat a lot of
remembering your house, it's not that hard to walk outside.
It's still far though. It's still kind of a pain to wrangle around because there's furniture out by the little mini fridge. And I strategically put the furniture there so that you can't get to the fridge so easily.
100% bet that when you walk out there won't be as many.
It's what's in the mini fridge. It's beer and
snacks and drinks.
Snacks and drinks, yeah. Some fruit juice, things like that. Okay, this one I bought because my mother guilted me into it. And it's it says lemoncello chocolate almonds, sconza chocolates. So it's a white chocolate lemon cream. These I know you're
wait, I can't see it. We do not have those.
You're gonna. They're a brand new product.
Lemoncello chocolate almonds. Sounds dangerous.
Okay. I have not had it. So my mother walked over the moment we got home with an empty container. She opened this bag. She poured half of it out into a container and left with it. But before she did, she took one out and she ate it in front of me. And I'm like, you're evil. So this is my first time. Oh my God, it smells so good. If you like anything lemon pie, lemon bars, that's what it smells like. And then it's got a crunchy almond inside.
Okay, let's hit it.
Oh my God. Oh, oh my God. They're good.
Smaller containers, even harder to get.
I
That's
know.
the goal for the limoncello chocolate almonds.
They are
Be sure to post
like
that picture
10
up so we can
times
all.
better than the Kirkland
10
ones.
times better? Wow. Okay. Then.
But these are
That's
really
something we
good
gotta try.
too.
My mom
Oh
is
my.
like your mom, so she likes to snack. So she is going to have to try those. I'll let her know.
Oh, your mom's going to love them.
Is she?
Everybody will love them. If you like that lemon, like
Is it like zesty?
it's light and bright, you know, like lemonade, kind of sweet.
Oh.
And then it's white
So
chocolate.
interesting.
Oh, it's so good.
Hey, I was going to tell you, thinking of like lemon and brightness and stuff, and moving over to real quick, just to interrupt, is Bridgerton season 2 just came out today. The whole season 2. And I am being told that I'm having a Bridger dinner tonight, which is like consists of like tea cakes and finger sandwiches. And so those limoncello almonds would have been a really
you
great
need them
addition
now.
to that little tea party.
You absolutely need
Yeah,
to
now I need them, but
go get
but
them.
our Costco doesn't sell them. So Texas Costco not doing a great job.
It probably will. And it seems like it's going to be a product. It's going to be to all of them. I have another one though. My last one. It's not going to taste good after that, but it's dried octopus, smoke flavor.
Ew. Yeah, maybe don't eat that.
Yeah,
We do not have that down here.
But I'm just going to show it.
Don't
It's
you
a
feel
Hawaii
bad
snack.
for? Don't you feel bad for like eating octopus because they're pretty smart animals
They're
and they have feelings?
They're so delicious though.
Octopod.
So are pigs, and I love bacon and spam.
Yeah, that's true.
They're
so
also
funny.
super smart. I mean, yeah, they're delicious.
They are.
They're delicious.
Sometimes I have a hard time eating octopus because I remember watching this video and it has like feelings and I was like, oh no. Oh no. Pigs have feelings too. All animals have feelings. I don't care what anybody says.
Squid. What about squid? You consider them to be as smart?
Not so much. Not so much. I don't
Because
know
I
if that's
love
rude
squid.
or not, but maybe not so much.
I love squid. I love eel. I love what was I gonna think? I forgot. Delicious though. Absolutely delicious. But it's a jerky. It's dried octopus. It's jerky. It's kind of the consistency of a harder cuttlefish. It's very tough. Like it was really dry. It's like leather.
Ooh.
It's leather, but it's really tough for octopus. Like when I buy squid, the Ika, it's soft. It's stretchy and chewy and soft. This one is tough. And it was $20 for this little tiny bag.
Well, there's not that many octopus in the sea, and then to catch them is pretty difficult because they are smart.
They are smart. But they are so delicious.
Hey, speaking of eating animals, how weird is this? Okay, real quick. In the news, Chinese man bitten by venomous snake he thought was dead inside a wine bottle.
Oh, was there alcohol in it?
Yeah, there's alcohol. So it's actually wine and they put snakes in it. So when I was in China, I would see this all the time because they feel like it increases your like longevity. It's you know also
throughout Asia.
Yeah, and it's an enhancement, whatever.
Throughout Asia.
But how did this snake survive in a fermented sort of like wine bottle? Like what? I don't even know. But
maybe it was breathing air from the top.
He bought it a year ago. Oh. So he bought it over a year ago, and it was still alive in that, and it's a venomous snake.
Well. Did he survive?
I don't know. Let's see. He said, so he opened the bottle. So he bought them for his son to help him with a chronic illness. So a lot of like traditional Chinese medicine, animals often, you know, like there's medicinal properties to each animal. Anyway, so he opened it and the snake came back to life and bit him, but he did survive.
Okay. That's crazy. I think it looks so disgusting.
I couldn't drink it. No, thank you.
I have seen so many things. My auntie, she's Korean, and she had, and I guess my uncle too, from traveling throughout Asia, they had a collection of jars of alcohol with things in it, like snakes and other things.
Give me like 2 seconds. I gotta, hold on a second. Do you need that one? Because I'm pretty sure you have Amy Schumer singing Ace of Base for some of that.
Oh no.
It sounds like a bad karaoke job like behind me. I moved my TV finally to the land.
I had more limoncellos.
Oh, I saw that.
While I
No,
was
I'm
waiting.
sorry. Yeah, I was like,
Oh my
what the
God.
hell? It sounded like it got louder. No, I put the new TV in there and then I have the sound bar and it's literally like amazing, right? Because it's this huge TV in this little
Yeah.
baby room. And then, of course, it's like right one wall over.
I think about that, a lot of TVs have no real good speakers now, the thin TVs.
Yeah.
They take that stuff out. They have little teeny tiny crappy ones.
Yep.
So you have to buy the surround sound system separate. And
Make it so.
if you live in a tiny little place, for instance, my neighbors have a really kick-ass surround sound system for their TV. And they blast the volume at 2-3 o'clock in the morning. They were doing that. Thank God they stopped. But I mean, that was tough.
Yeah, I bet.
To be neighbors. So you think about your neighbors, and you're just like, I'm trying to go to sleep. Can you not have your volume up so loud?
You sure they can't hear? They're not deaf?
The point of having these surround sound systems is to like feel the volume of, as a person who we record audio, and I want to have people enjoy our podcasts at whatever volume they want,
Right.
but I also don't want to be inconsiderate of other people and my neighbors. And
I wonder if do you think somebody told them maybe that they were being a little bit too loud?
yes,
Okay.
it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I was playing it
You
cool.
were not that one. Were they watching good movies at least? Like, was there...
No.
Oh, well, then that sucks.
No. And it was a lot of porn.
What? Did you have a neighbor that
know.
had sex really loud too? Like,
Same neighbor.
crazy.
It's uncomfortable to like, you can't look them in the eye. You can't look them in the eye once you know that they were that loud.
Ooh, no, thank you. I would not be able to look them in the eye. Oh, no.
No.
So, in other news,
Other than that, they're all right, and they've turned down the volume. So,
remember I was talking about like carnival rides at the rodeo?
mm-hmm.
I generally have a lot of faith in like people who operate these rides and other things. So I don't feel unsafe when I'm riding things. But when we were at the carnival, my partner was sitting next to me and she was like, oh, they're going to come around and check us. Like they pull on your bars and stuff like that. I go, I don't think they're going to come check us. They did not come check us. And she was freaking out the whole time. She was like, oh my God, we're going to die. And I was like, no, we're not going to die, but we're not going to get checked. Like everything's fine.
Well, you can check it yourself. I mean,
yeah, you can push up on it and stuff, but
protect yourself. When I'm on a ride like that, or oh my God, I'm sorry, but the fairs, carnivals and fairs, they disassemble and reassemble
sketchy.
and move those things all the time.
So sketchy.
And then then you have to get on it, and it's like these things. They're old. A lot of these rides, and they're still going. They just do the basics to keep. I'm sorry, they look like human death traps. A lot of them.
Well, I went on a few and I realized that I am getting too old for that shit because like I said, my brain felt so scrambled and I was so confused when I got off and I realized like I'm too old. So that's my take on that kind of thing now. I don't know if I would ride that many carnival rides anymore, but
I'm still all about like Disney.
Oh yeah.
Like
those don't rattle your brain as hard as like these ones that G-force the hell out of you. To the point where you look like you have a facelift, and then when you get off, gravity like hits and everything sinks for a little bit. But no, my brain just felt so scrambled. I was like, "Why is this? This isn't working." Yeah. I had some other stuff to talk about. So remember, I told you that they had an L&L barbecue down here, and I remember they've opened up.
L&L originated in Hawaii. Food is a chain.
Yes, it is
restaurant,
and now they have them all over the world. And here they opened them up like a while ago, and I decided to try it out. It is not as good as the L&Ls in Hawaii, but I will tell you it's not as salty as those in Hawaii. So I had the barbecue chicken. It's always a classic. They give you a ton of food for the price. So that wasn't terrible, but it wasn't as good. And the mac salad, okay? Mac salad was a little lukewarm. They don't give you much, like maybe half a ice cream scoop. It wasn't as
Yeah.
good as it was in Hawaii. And then my partner tried it for the first time, and she did not like the texture. She was like, "Ooh, I don't know if I can get past, the texture and the way this tastes." And I was like, "Well,
The mac salad.
yeah, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody.
It's not for
Yeah.
everybody. Well, it depends on who makes it. Like even here in Hawaii, L&L mac salad is not my favorite. But
Do you not like the texture, or what is it? What do you think?
I personally feel like they put too much mayonnaise and it's just noodles. It's just the
Too much
macaroni
mayonnaise.
noodles and mayonnaise. Usually when I make mac salad, it's got boiled eggs and it's got potatoes and green onion and the macaroni and mayo.
Yeah.
And I put in a lot more seasonings, a little bit of Dijon mustard.
I think yours, I've had yours before, and it's very, very good. It's just like potato salad. Mac salad is like a Hawaii staple. Potato salad is a Southern staple.
Well, I do a mac potato salad.
Ooh, that's a good combination. Do you
Yeah.
ever put pickles in yours?
Not pickles, but I'll do a little bit of celery for crunch.
Okay, yeah, celery.
Because cucumbers specifically, they rot really fast. And if you do not eat it and you need to store your mac salad, that's not going to make it for more than a day. Because if you've ever made a salad with sliced cucumbers, you know that the next day all those cucumbers have gone bad and you got it
like soggy. Yeah,
soggy, and their insides have just oozed all over the rest of your lettuce and tomatoes.
Wow.
And whatever else was in your salad.
Hey, so remember I was talking to you about like the storms that hit like earlier last week? Did you get to see that video of the boy driving the red Chevy Silverado and it got hit by a hurricane? Tornado?
No.
So some tornadoes ripped through some cities, and it was really sad because a lot of people were devastated by it, but somebody actually recorded a red Chevy Silverado get hit by a tornado. It flips on its side, spins around, gets flipped back right up, and the driver drives away.
Wow.
And it ended up being a teenager in there. He said he was calm. He appreciated God looking out for him, and he gets a brand new truck because he was sad. So he actually bought this truck. I watched the interview. He bought this truck from his dad. Used, right? And he said, this truck actually got us the house that I'm standing in front of. So, his dad was using it for work and everything. And he goes, I didn't think about the tornado. I didn't think about anything else. I was just so sad that my car was damaged. That this truck that had done so much for us and took care of us, got damaged in this tornado. He didn't even think about his life, right? But he was like,
but he still drove
I'm very
away.
Thankful. He still drove away. He was like, I got to get out of here. That's all he said. He was like, I'm getting out of here. And so a local dealership near Fort Worth is actually giving him a 2022 Chevy Silverado, which I knew was going to happen. I was like, either Chevy's going to pick this up and be like, boom, built to last against tornadoes, or somebody local was going to be like, I'm giving this kid a brand new truck because that sucks, right? Totally sucks. Hey, Ginger. Look at Ginger. Totally into it. She's worn out. I bet Kona's wearing her out.
Oh, he is. He is such a puppy, and she is so over it. She's constantly trying to tell him how to behave. It's kind of funny.
Like going after him.
Yeah. Yeah. She's like, we don't bark at these people. Like when my parents come over, she's like barking at him to stop barking. It's kind of funny. She's trying to be a mom. She's trying to teach him like
she's still the pack leader.
Knowledge.
She's like the pack leader.
She is. And it's funny to see how close he tries to sleep next to her.
Oh, yeah?
He's always trying to nap or lay down next to her. But I posted his cute video on TikTok if you want to see what he looks like. He's at Kona and Coffee. I was gonna do coffee videos, and he's coffee color. But so's Ginger. Ginger's coffee colors. So I was like,
everybody wants to see him on our Instagram, so you'll have to post the picture with his TikTok.
Well, we haven't posted any of our animals on other social media except for Patreon. So if you want to come see all of our animals, please come visit us on Patreon.
But maybe
except for Kona. Kona's on
neighbors. The neighbors, neighbors' animals. Oh.
Yeah, I loved your videos of the neighbors' cows. Now these are the cows that you mentioned, but really nice to see all these big animals. Those are farm animals. You are totally living the farm life in Texas.
I am. Yep, more videos of horses. I'm trying to actually think about other ways to sort of show Texas. I was actually thinking that it would be fun to strap a GoPro to like the donkey, or maybe if we get some goats and like have goat cam.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Goats would be fun.
fun
I
things.
bet they would go everywhere.
They would.
I keep looking at your land, and I don't know why, but I think about quicksand. Is that anything that you've ever seen out in Texas?
No, I've only heard of like few instances where quicksand is.
I realized that standing on the beach, in the shoreline with the waves coming over your toes in the water, and you're at the edge,
Yeah.
and then you start sinking. That is literally quicksand. That is exactly what quicksand does to you.
Just makes you sink and then you can't get out.
Well, yeah. I mean, the farthest I've ever sank down to was my knees, just standing there.
Wow.
Well, that was me
How'd you
being
get
little,
out?
not as an
Oh, I
adult.
was like, how'd you get out? Were you able to get out?
Yeah, you sit down and you let the water, you move, you just wiggle your legs and then it fills up with water and then you get out. But I used to do that all the time as a little kid. And then I finally realized there's a group of people out there, there's several, that want these experiences of playing in quicksand. So they travel to different spots to go as a group experience quicksand.
Isn't that dangerous?
They're in a group. They've done the research. They're like probably, geology scientists or have or as a hobby, just a love for it. And I don't know what I was watching, but I was watching these people who are really passionate about traveling to all these places, experiencing quicksand. And when they showed themselves at the beach, I was like, I did that as a kid. I never occurred to me that was the quicksand experience.
Oh, huh. The quicksand experience. Hey, I think I've seen a video on how to escape quicksand if you get stuck.
I think you're supposed
It's
to
the same thing for ice.
make
like
yourself
broken
flat.
ice. Yep.
Supposed to make yourself flat, and then because it displaces the water, and then you just kind of float on the surface of the water, and then you swim out.
Yep. And then also, like for ice, if you ever break through ice, you're supposed to like lay flat and then like slide yourself out instead of trying to wiggle and struggle, which everybody and their mother does for some silly reason. Anyway.
Didn't we have something else we were going to talk about? Oh, taxes.
Oh, no.
I
Oh my
might be
God.
late. If for any reason I am late on any of my posts, and I know that I have a whole bunch of social media posts from the last episode that are trickling out on social media, it's because of my taxes. I have to get them filed before April 15th. So I am in the middle of doing that and getting my car safety checked because that's due. And I've got a whole lot of real life stuff that I'm dealing with. So I apologize for the lateness of my postings, but it'll be out
we
there.
we appreciate you posting and doing all that stuff. It's really, once everything hits, everybody's going to be like, man, look at all these posts. But I'm excited to say that I'm done with my taxes. I don't have to worry about them.
Congratulations.
But I heard that refunds are taking a lot longer than usual.
Oh, I don't even care. Once it's processed, so it'll come.
Once it's processed.
The main thing is that I get it in before the filing deadline.
I hope that this tax season, everybody gets like a decent
refund.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get the big COVID payouts like some other countries were so generous with their populations.
Yep.
So I could really use the help.
Hey, is your daughter happy that student loan payments got delayed again?
Oh, yeah. Thank God for that.
I was pretty happy about not having to pay my doctorate for a little bit more. I was like, thank you for this. Because I know by that time, I will be able to pay them off all at once.
Actually, most of her student loans are in my name because the government wouldn't allow her to take out the loans by herself.
Well, let's say it this way. In 6 months, you and I will both be able to pay those in full and be done with it. Just be like, done.
Yes. Thank you, all of our My Tais at Sunset listeners. Please share us because we have some student loans to pay off.
We're not asking for much. Mine are only
like $280,000. Maybe 290, I think. 290.
And your son has not decided if he's going to college or not, right?
No, because he saw that figure and said, I don't want that kind of debt. And the government wouldn't give it to him either. So I would also have to incur those loans.
I think your son is more willing to be an independent artist and creative thinker, but your daughter is super intelligent and has like that coded mind, you know?
Yeah,
They're
she can
very
do
different.
anything. They're
Yeah.
so opposite. They are so opposite. It's so funny.
Opposite.
And when they have like a discussion and a disagreement, it's interesting the two different points of view that they have. I learn something new every day from them.
Well, that's good. I do learn something new every day. I've been looking into kind of being an entrepreneur, a creator, an inventor, and a collaborator with a friend of mine. And I was telling you about an idea that we have. So hopefully, as things progress, we might be having exclusive My Ties at Sunset creation. So
That'll be exciting. It'll be exciting. We're going to keep working on things and hopefully we'll have a lot of fun stuff to share soon.
well, my artistic psychic gave me that 6-month prediction. And in those 6 months, something great and big happens and everything is going to be okay. So I'm hoping 2022 is like way better than 2020 through 2021. We're just going to forget those years. I'm going to pretend that I did not get 2 years older. I got 2 years of like free time. So this year, I don't mind turning older because that's pretty much where we're going next. Yeah.
We'll just
So what else
erase
we
those
got?
two. We'll just subtract them.
Yeah. And hopefully things
They
get
didn't
better
count.
overseas.
They didn't count. Well, I spent so much time indoors that I've lost my tan completely.
Yeah, you need to get outside.
I'm
You
a
need to
white
get
lady.
outside. If I'm getting outside, you need to get outside. It is time. It is time for some sunshine, happiness, smiles.
We're actually having a lot of rain, which I think is nice, and the temperatures have finally dropped again because we had a few weeks where it was cold like way back when, and then it got warm, and then now it's
Yeah.
cold again. So I think
That's gonna happen to us too. It's gonna get warm and then cold, warm and cold, warm and cold.
weather is just weird. It's
I
weird.
know. I can't do it. Like it's gonna get like in the 90s, almost to the 90s, the next week, and then it goes back to like 70 during the day and 38 at night. I'm like, it's crazy. Anyway, so are you gonna watch Bridgerton?
I will binge it. I'm actually in the middle. I just started not in the middle. I just started American Idol, which started about 6 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, something like that. So I watched 2 episodes of that. And I'm also watching the American Eurovision version, the America State versus States,
Yeah.
which is, it was created by the people who make Eurovision. So, which is like
Yeah.
the oldest song contest. I actually started watching Eurovision like a few years ago.
hilarious.
So it's actually
Didn't
fun
Will
to
Ferrell,
see
like,
the American version.
do a satire of that?
He did. He did do a movie satire about it. I was actually talking to my mom about that because I really thought it was funny that Pierce Brosnan plays his father. And I think they're only like a few years apart in age. But I thought that was hilarious.
I think I need to get on some new seasons. Once I finish Bridgerton, I'm going to be like, what do I watch next? I did watch Paramount Plus's first episode of Halo,
I didn't
based
see
off
that.
the video game.
Okay.
You'll have to ask your son and daughter about that. But it was pretty
I
good.
know what
I think
Halo
the acting.
is. I've had to buy many Halo video games.
Well, they now have a show. I was like, now they have a show. So you'll have to take a look at that.
I know. I'm excited. I actually haven't watched a lot of TV, surprisingly, in the past few weeks because I've been so immersed in taxes. So I'm excited to just rest my brain and
Zone out.
zone out with some TV and relax. But now we have a new episode. This is going to be our next episode, and I really have to get on the ball to edit it.
Yeah.
So it'll be out on time.
All right.
And if you have been seeing our podcasts with double posts with the same names, it's because Spotify just launched video versions. So if you're unable to watch it on YouTube, and all of our links, by the way, are in all of the descriptions of every episode. But it takes a while. I put the video up on Spotify, for Spotify.
Yeah, I
for
kind of
Anchor.
wanted to look at it, but I didn't seem to, it's not showing up for me. Give me a second. I am going to tap because when I looked at it, it's not showing up as a double.
But I've been doing the video version like a week later, but it still takes a couple days. But you can see the video from your Spotify app on your phone or whatever device you're watching it on.
That is so cool.
Isn't it pretty? It's just pretty.
It's so nice. Oh my God.
I love the video version.
That. The video versions are awesome. I wonder if a lot of people are promoting video versions because that is so cool.
Yeah, of podcasts. A lot of people do their podcasts on YouTube, but it's really just two people talking, whereas our videos are just, I try to make them like really beautiful landscapes so you can just have it on in the background. You can either hear us or you can turn us down, but it's a really pretty video because I like to have really pretty videos playing on my TV. They're like my art pieces, you know.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. I like it.
Thank you.
I like this way better. It gives you like something to look at. Thanks for joining us for another episode of My Tais at Sunset. Be sure to check us out at mytaisatsunset.com. Check out the latest enhancement that Spotify put out. So now you can actually see videos while you're listening to our podcast. And there will be more social media posts from Mai on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And she's going to be posting up some YouTube videos. What's that?
And Patreon. And Buy Me a Coffee and Patreon. Yep.
Buy us a coffee. We really need it. We need a like a sunshine pick me up. And don't forget to tune in anywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts.
And until we meet again, ahui ho.